Hi, this is Cheryl Sire and Sonia Rangel from Oliver Fitness. Welcome to the Retirement Revolution. We're about to share 3 lifestyle changes that are going to help you create a strong and healthy body. So here's what we're going to be sharing with you today. We're going to share 10 steps, so you might want to grab a pen and paper. 10 steps to create and maintain a strong and healthy body. And then we're going to give you 3 different categories to focus on in your life every day. We're going to give you a 4-step method that's going to help you relieve your own pain. If nothing else, if it wasn't worth watching for any of the other information, watch this webinar because we're going to help you learn how to fix pain. It's going to help you develop mobility. We're going to teach you in this webinar how to have real functional strength without going to a gym, to physical therapy, chiropractor, having surgery, any of those things that people normally do. We're going to give you a 4-step method that you can do on your own so that you won't need those things. All right, so first of all, who are we? Who are these people that are about to tell you all this wonderful, great news? Well, I am Cheryl Sire, and I am the health and wellness coach at Oliver Fitness. I'm the founder. About 13 years ago, I decided that I wanted to go back to work as a single mom, and I had actually taught high school before that. And so when I went back to the job world, I decided, okay, I love teaching, but I don't really enjoy teaching business that much. I do have a BBA in finance and a teaching certification in business, but I thought, man, I really don't want to go back and do that. What do I love to do? And at the time, I loved to play tennis, I loved to work out, I loved to run and jump. And so I thought, okay, instead of teaching business, I'm going to teach what I love. And so I thought, okay, if I teach running and jumping and all that, what would that be? And I was like, personal trainer. So I became a personal trainer. However, when I played high school and tennis in college, I actually started working out when I stopped playing tennis. And so I've actually been working out for about 26 years, used to go to the gym. And then along the way, I would have people say, hey, do you mind showing me that? Or do you mind training me? Or I've had friends in the past. So I've really been training for even longer. But professionally, about 13 years. One of the things that I love about this is I get to teach and I get to help others. I get to use the techniques that I learned through going through business school and getting my teaching certification. But the cool thing is when I started personal training, I also learned about a thing called corrective exercise. And through corrective exercise, I have not only been able to train people to be healthier, have them do push-ups and sit-ups and run and jump, but if they've had pains while they were doing that, or if they come to me with pain, or they develop any kind of issues, popping pain, anything like that, I've actually been able to help them with that and fix that within an extremely, extremely short amount of time. Sometimes within minutes, sometimes within a session, sometimes within a couple sessions, but a really, really quick amount of time. And so I want to share a little bit of that with you today. And then also at the end of the video, give you an opportunity to work with me and work with Sonia and let us help you with that if that's something that you need help with.
I am the other half of All Over Fitness. I incorporate yoga, a lot of mindset. I'm very direct, but I like to be nice and I like to use a sense of humor. I'm very good at reading our clients, and one of my favorite things is getting to know them and developing really good, intimate relationships with them because I love them. And this kind of trust helps them transition into the body that they've always wanted. We use a very direct approach, and what I ask is that you're 1,000% honest with yourself at all times and not to BS yourself. You're not going to BS your way out of life or into your skinny jeans. We're here to help you develop new habits, alleviate pain, and turn into the person that you always knew that you could be.
So how are we different? How are we different from all the other trainers out there that give you all this information? Why should you listen to us instead of anyone else? Well, number one, we are different from each other. We have taken all of the techniques, all of the things that we have learned over the last 40-something years, and we have created what our clients call a toolbox of incredibly effective techniques. Sonia is more introverted. She's more like a cat. She kind of lays around. She's calm. She's cool. She breathes. She's relaxed. I'm the opposite. I'm more extroverted. I'm more like a dog that has energy. Like, hey, let's go. Let's fetch. Let's throw. I more have a little bit more trouble. I have to focus on breathing, and so Sonia helps me with that. I always say with our clients that she gets them to breathe, and I'm the one that tries to get them out of breath. So we have a really good combination of two different type of personalities, two different backgrounds, and we bring those together. Sonia's more intuitive. She can kind of just know what's going on without any information at all. I'm more logical. I take all the facts, I take everything that I've learned, and I put it all together, and I come up with a plan, and I try to figure out what's going on, and then I'm able to help the client. So by her being intuitive, me being more logical, we're actually able to help the clients from both angles. Another thing that we are different is that we care about you. We want you to be successful. We want to help you. We will do whatever it takes to help you. Our clients can attest to that. We will not give up on you. We will lose sleep if we have to. We will be there for you. We will answer any questions that you have. Another thing is that you can trust us. We are not going to lead you in any direction that you do not need to be led. Our number one goal is for you guys to be successful. You can trust us. Anything that is between us is confidential. Anything that we tell you and that you tell us, you can trust us with that information.
Here at All Over Fitness, Cheryl and I integrate physical health as well as mental and emotional health because they're all related. I'm going to cover yoga, whether you're an 80-year-old disabled person like my mom, an inflexible 65-year-old guy who has never touched his toes before, or if you're a person that wants to be part of the yoga community, but you feel sort of intimidated or you don't know what to expect. By the end of this course, my hope is that you're confident enough to walk into any yoga class. And also I'm going to address mindset. It's just another term for attitude. So your mindset about yoga, about nutrition, about exercise. Cheryl's going to cover cardio. She'll get your heart pumping and those calories burning. Resistance training, which is another term for weight training. She's going to teach you how to train with weights safely and effectively and help you gain bone density. Self-myofascial release. That's the magic stuff that if your discs are out of alignment, she's going to show you how to slide them back in yourself without going to the doctor. Neuromuscular stretching, and she'll get into that further in the webinar also. And also the life-changing corrective exercise. So if you got some shoulder problems, knee problems, there are very specific exercises that we're going to teach you so that you can carry on with your life and be safe, happy, and healthy for the rest of it. So think upon your life. How many of you have tried the cabbage soup diet, grapefruit diet, Atkins, keto, paleo? The list is endless. And how much money did you spend on that? How many of you have unused gym memberships? I personally used to have an unused gym membership because I had good intentions. I just didn't have the knowledge or the confidence to actually go to the gym and know what to do. And I also didn't want to be approached by salespeople because I just don't like that myself. How much have you spent on workout equipment that's collecting dust? Like anywhere from sauna suits to treadmills, exercise bicycles, Thigh Masters. Just think about it. What about prepackaged meals? Weight Watchers, Ideal Protein, currently popular. Just think and make like an assessment of what you think, how much time and money do you think you've spent on all this? And still, they let you down.
So why didn't these work long term? Well, for number one, they're not really sustainable. They're usually focused on drastic, short-term changes to your diet, drastic things with exercise. You're either working out 5 hours a day or you cut out everything in your diet but one or two things, and it works for the short term. But in the long term, it's just not sustainable. You can't go the rest of your life on some of these diets that people recommend. There's no emphasis on discovering a healthy lifestyle. You want to find changes that you love. When it comes to working out, if you have to do something 2 hours, 3 hours a day that you hate, even if you lose weight initially, but you hate it, you're not going to do it long term. So the minute that you think, I do not want to do this anymore, or you get to your weight loss and you decide, thank goodness I don't have to do this anymore, then you end up gaining the weight back. So one of the things that really helps things work in the long term is to find things that you love, that you can eat for the rest of your life that are healthy. Exercise you can do for the rest of your life that you love and that are going to help you be more physical and burn calories. Another thing is there's no accountability. A lot of times you'll read about something, you'll read a book, you'll hear something, you'll be the latest fad diet out there, but there's really no one there to kind of walk you through it, to help you through it. And so, over time you kind of get, distracted, you lose focus, things like that. Another thing is pain gets in the way. A lot of times you'll start an exercise routine. Next thing you know, your knee's hurting or your shoulder's hurting, and so then you have to go to the doctor. The doctor will tell you to rest for 4 to 6 weeks, and then you kind of get out of the habit of it, or you get depressed because now you can't work out, and so then you slip into some kind of depression. There's just all these reasons that, and then just if you're already in pain, if you're in pain, who wants to go run or who wants to go do jumping jacks if you're already in pain? You don't feel like doing it. You just feel like laying around and not doing anything. So what we're going to try to help you do is figure these things out. What's something that you can do the rest of your life that you love, that can create a healthy lifestyle? We're going to show you in a minute some things that you can do to help your pain. And then we're going to help you figure out how to create a habit. One of the last things that we're going to talk about today is how to create a habit. And normally it takes about 22 to 66 days to create a habit, depending on your personality, depending on how quickly you can adjust and create things. And so that's what we're going to help you do, is we're going to help you figure out, first of all, what do I need to do so that it's sustainable? And then how do I do it? And how do I create this habit so that I'll be doing it not only in the next 2 weeks, not only in the next 2 months, but in the next 10 years, in the next 15 years, in the next 5 years, so that this is something that I don't end up falling away from, and then all those things, the pain, the weight, the tiredness, all those things end up coming back. We can help you transform your life. Client support is our passion. We can gradually transition you to a sustainable diet based on what you enjoy. We'll help you establish long life exercise habits based on the activities you love. We'll also give you an opportunity, if you join our program, to get a cheer squad from other clients. We'll help you sleep better. We'll help you live longer. So now that we've told you all about ourselves and we've told you what we can do for you, now we're going to actually share those proven methods that we have used to help our clients succeed. So if you want to, grab a pen, grab some paper, take some notes. And then also, if you want, jot down some questions, because at the end of this, we're going to give you an opportunity to schedule a free 45-minute phone call with us, where we're going to sit down with you. We're going to help you figure out your goals. We're going to help you figure out what's best for you. And we're going to be there for you if you need us. It's going to be one-on-one time with us, and we're going to help you personalize exactly what you need.
So Cheryl and I will help you focus on each of these 3 areas of your life daily: fundamental health, movement, and mindset.
Fundamental health includes those basic things that you need, like sleep, nutrition, hydration, breathing. Movement includes the things that you need to do to be able to move around, to keep yourself healthy so that you're flexible, functional. Mindset are things to keep yourself in a positive state so that your mind doesn't interfere with the things that are best for your life, so that you're in a good, grateful, positive mindset. And those includes meditation and visualization. Some people do prayer, but whatever it does to keep your mindset positive and healthy.
What can I gain from All Over Fitness approach? I can, number one, effectively relieve chronic pain naturally without going anywhere. I can do this in the privacy of my bed if I want to. Number two, I can reduce or completely get off prescription medications like opioids, antidepressants, and muscle relaxers. I can improve my functional strength, like safely getting in and out of cars, up from chairs, in and out of the bathtub. I can improve my flexibility so that I don't worry that I'm going to pull a muscle. I can make daily and recreational activities more enjoyable. I can reduce harmful stress like cortisol. And I can also drastically improve my alignment. Say some of my discs in my low back have slipped out, I can learn how to fix that myself without surgery, without medication, and without driving anywhere.
So let's get started on those 10 tips we were talking about. Number one is relieving pain, because if you're in pain, you're probably not going to want to do the rest. So what are some of the impacts of chronic pain? Well, number one, it prevents you from doing anything physical. You're not going to be able to work out. You're not going to be able to do things that help you physically. It can also wear you down emotionally. You get sad. You can't do things. When you exercise, hormones are released that make you feel good. So when you're not able to work out, you miss those hormones that you were getting. It's the reason that a lot of baby boomers are hooked on different kinds of drugs and medications. And the antidepressants. A lot of times you think, well, someone's in pain, so they're hooked on, hooked on painkillers. But actually, some of them get hooked on antidepressants too, because to be honest, if you exercise regularly, it's going to improve your mood, and you may not even need those antidepressants anymore. So we mentioned earlier in the webinar that we were going to give you some of the root causes of chronic pain. First is old injuries or certain habits that you've done over time. So maybe you fell and sprained your ankle a long time ago. Well, over time, your body can compensate and not only have pain in that ankle eventually, but you can also have pain in the rest of your body. Habits that you do, if you hold the steering wheel a certain way, if you push the gas pedal with your right foot externally rotated, habits that you have will also eventually cause you to have types of chronic pain. Current or past stress on your body. If you're doing something over and over that creates stress in a certain part of your body goes in with myofascial tissue, it tries to strengthen that area, and then what happens is it shortens the muscle to where it can't function correctly. That pulls on the joints, which pulls those out of alignment, which eventually causes compensation and it causes pain. Those tight muscles that you do whenever you do something over and over will cause your joints to misalign. If you're doing stuff all the time out in front and your chest is tight, that makes your back muscles weak, and that causes your shoulders to be out of alignment. And then what happens is over time you have pain, shoulder pain, back pain, pains in your chest. Now let's talk about the main thing that we have used to help our clients become pain-free. And we're going to show you right now what you can do to almost immediately alleviate pain. If you will find a spot in between your the meaty part of your hand, take your index finger and your thumb and just kind of press around in there. See if you can feel any kind of pain. You might feel maybe what they call a little knot, a little bit of tightness in the muscle, but squeeze right there and see if you can find some pain. Hold on that pain, and eventually in about 20 seconds to 40 seconds, the pain should subside. That is one of the simplest, most effective ways to release pain. If you have pain in your neck, if you have pain in your head, if you have pain in your knee, the first thing to do is just find where the pain is, press to where the pain, say on your pain scale of 1 to 10, the pain is about a 6 to an 8. Hold that, and eventually you'll feel that pain subside from about a 6 to 8 on your pain scale, maybe down to a 3 or 4. And then you can press a little bit harder. Hold that for about 20 seconds, and you'll feel that pain subside. Eventually, you should be able to press in that spot and it not hurt anymore. Then what you can do is you can actually follow the muscle up and then do the same thing on those knots. If you feel pain, say you have pain on your knee, you hold that, release the pain on your knee. Now follow that muscle up your leg. You'll be able to feel it because it's going to be tight. And do the same thing. You can use a foam roller, you can use your thumb, you can use a baseball, a softball, lacrosse ball, tennis ball, anything that you can. And the key is to hold it until you feel the pain subside. You can see here on the pain relief cycle that Sonia and I have created, you can see at the top, you need to assess. You need to see, okay, first of all, where is the pain? And then there's certain assessment things you can do, like an overhead squat assessment, a single leg squat assessment, shoulder assessments that you can do to figure out what part of your body is out of alignment. And then once you realize what muscles are tight, then what you can do is do that myofascial release that we just talked about. You have muscles, say for example, like I said, you do things out in front, so your chest tends to be tight. It tends to be overactive. We use our chest muscles a little bit more because we're reaching out in front of us. And so what you want to do is you want to do myofascial release and release those muscles, release the tightness in your chest. Then what you want to do is you want to stretch those overactive muscles. So now you might want to stretch your chest out. If you think about it, if your chest is tight, it's going to be really hard to strengthen your back muscles because the chest is going to be tight and it won't allow the back muscles to contract. Once you release the chest with myofascial release and then you stretch your chest or whatever muscle it is that's overactive and tight, then what you want to do is you want to activate the underactive muscles. Once you've stretched out the tight muscle, now you can actually activate, say, your back. You can do reverse flies. You can do rhomboid exercises to actually tighten and activate those and kind of wake them up. Then what you would want to do is do exercises that are going to put all the muscles and take them together and unify them and have them all work together so that in the future, your chest isn't doing all the work while the back is lengthened out and weak, but now your chest and your back are working together for number one, to hold you in a good posture maybe, or to do things with a better posture when you're doing things in the future so that you don't recreate the pain that you were feeling initially, say in your chest, your shoulder, and your back, things like that. Here's a client that we worked on who is just like you. She had knee pain. She was overweight. She wanted to improve her tennis game. Her husband was super, super fit, and she kind of felt like, man, it'd be really nice if I could do more things with my husband. Her husband lifts weights, is an avid cyclist, and she just kind of wished that she could do more things with him, but she was overweight, and she was having problems with her knee. So what we did is we took her through a journey that completely revamped her life. Now she's not only kicking butt on the tennis court, but she can run, she can cycle, she weight trains, she does yoga. She has lost a ton of fat. She's gained a tremendous amount of self-confidence. She commits each and every workout, yoga session, tennis lesson. She commits 100%. And you can see that the results show. You can see on the left, she was overweight. That's when her knees were in pain. You can see there she even has a little bit of external rotation in her feet. If you look on the picture to the right, you can see she's lost a lot of fat. I believe it was around 40 something pounds that she's lost so far. You can see her feet are straight ahead. You can see her posture. Her chest is open, and she just looks great. Barb is pain-free now. Like I said, she's confident. She even plays on higher level tennis teams now because we've gotten her out there and been able to do tennis stuff with her. We train towards her sport and the exercises that we do. She cycles with her husband. That was one of her goals in all this. But with the knee pain and being overweight and being out of shape, she wasn't able to do that. Now she's able to do that. She also is training for a triathlon. And like I mentioned earlier, she's lost 43 pounds of fat. And you can see the difference on the picture on the left. And now look at the picture on the right. She's completely in a forward fold. She's super flexible. She's super strong. And she is pain-free. She doesn't hurt anymore. And the same things that we did with her are the exact same things that we're going to do with you guys. At the end of this webinar, we're going to give you guys a chance to talk with us for an hour, and we are going to help you assess what your pain is. We're going to help you figure out what your underactive muscles are, what your overactive muscles are. We're going to give you what you need to roll, how you need to roll it, what stretches you need to do, anything that you need, what exercises will help strengthen your body to get it back in alignment. So if you'll hang in there until the end of the webinar, we're going to give you an opportunity, like I said, for a free phone call to talk with us, and we're actually going to do the same thing with you that we did with Barb. We'll talk with you about nutrition if you want. We'll talk with you about exercising and your goals and how you feel, and how you can work on meditating and breathing and all that stuff. It's a full hour for free with us, and we're going to help you just like we were able to help Barb and then other clients that we're going to mention here in a minute.
Number 2, staying hydrated. We're going to talk about hydration and dehydration in this section. Staying hydrated. Obviously, the main step to staying hydrated is to drink water. A good rule of thumb is to take your body weight and divide it in half. That's how many ounces of water you should drink daily. When you're dehydrated, you feel tired, you feel dizzy, low energy, and it also impacts your heart because you're not getting the right electrolytes. If you've ever had an EKG test, that's what they're testing for, electrolytes. So we have electricity in our body, and there's electricity in minerals like potassium that help our cells function. When we don't hydrate properly, it hinders our weight loss. It makes us irritable and cranky. And it could also feel like anxiety because it's making our heart pump faster. And we might lash out at other people. And a simple way to cure it is to drink more water. Number 3, de-stress. I'm sure you guys are all familiar with stress. You can relate to it. You may have even felt a sense of anxiety listening to the word stress. Lots of people have been diagnosed with it. Lots of people have been given prescriptions like antidepressants, muscle relaxers, opioids, and things like that are pharmaceutical. Our approach is different. We have natural, effective, science-proven ways to help you combat stress, like breathing, yoga, exercise, and changing your attitude about things. And we're going to show you how. So stress by definition is anything that makes us feel mentally, emotionally, or physically tense or drained, or the feeling of fight or flight, panic mode that we sometimes get in our chest when we hear bad news or we're running late or have worries about the future, especially our health. That can cause a lot of stress. And one of the most negative things about stress is when you're under stress, whether it's perceived, so you're thinking about something that makes you stressed out, or you're actually in a situation where you're stressed out, your mind doesn't know the difference. And your body doesn't either. Your body's going to produce cortisol. Cortisol can be very useful when we need it, but when we don't need it, our body isn't able to process the glucose. So guess what? It gets stored as fat, usually in our abdomen. And having too much cortisol can also mess with our metabolism. So I know some people, they try so hard to lose weight and they feel like it's an impossible journey, but they don't realize that a lot of it is getting triggered to produce cortisol when they're stressed out. Too much can make you feel irritable, tired, cranky. You might lash out at people that you love and then feel bad about it and then feel stressed out about that too. You can lose sleep over that, which weakens our immune system. So then we're susceptible to more illnesses. And when we're sick, we kind of feel stressed out because we can't get on with our lives. We get caught in this cycle sometimes. It disrupts our natural ability to remove extra glucose from our bloodstream. So some people experience high blood sugar. And if this is you, we're going to help you. We love teaching people the science behind the anatomy, because once you have that knowledge, you have the power to change it. Meditation, visualization, and prayer are all effective tools to get your heart rate down, to reduce that stress and cortisol production. Writing in a gratitude journal works wonders. So say you're upset at your spouse and the last thing you want to do is make eye contact and give them a hug. So something that you can do is go off by yourself with a piece of paper or your journal and write down positive aspects about the person that you're upset at. And that's going to change your physiology. Your body's going to stop making that cortisol. You're going to feel relief. And the person that you're upset at is going to also sense that. Breathing, it's what keeps us alive, right? So I'm going to show you some effective tools to help you breathe during stressful situations, when you're on an emotional roller coaster, or you are having a difficult time making a decision. If you feel pressured by other people, if you feel left out because you're on a different path now. I'm going to show you how to breathe so you can get through it and feel more confident. We're going to help you make choices based on logic so that you have a better, more successful outcome. So we're going to do a little exercise, a little breathing exercise. So I want you to sit comfortably. Place one hand on your abdomen and one hand on your chest, and just make a little quick assessment. If you were looking in the mirror, would your eyebrows be furrowed together? Is your jaw tense? Are you breathing short up in your chest? Or are you taking those big, deep belly breaths? We're going to take 5 of those right now. So put both hands on your belly, on your abdomen. Relax, drop your shoulders down, and extend your head from the crown of your head up towards the ceiling. I want you to take a big inhale by your nose and exhale to the sound of ha with your exhale. Okay, we're going to do that 5 times. So ready? Hopefully some of you feel a little bit more relaxed. Hopefully some of you stopped producing cortisol with just those 5 breaths. Some of you may have gotten stressed out by the exercise. Some of you may have been shrugging your shoulders every time you inhaled and forcing your exhale out a little too much. You might have been making a face like you're mad if we were holding a mirror up to you. So throughout the course, I'm going to teach you the different breathing techniques. Some are going to slow your heart rate down. That way you can use that tool when you need it. And some of the breathing exercises are going to increase your heart rate when you need it. Number 5, yoga and stretching. just like diets and exercise and workouts, there's an overwhelming amount of information about yoga on the internet. There's a lot of YouTube videos, but you may not know which is the right class for you. From participating in our course, you'll have the confidence to walk into any yoga class that you prefer anywhere in the world. They use the same language pretty much. I'm going to prepare you so that you'll understand not only the basic postures, but what to wear, what to eat before a class, and what each style of yoga looks like. And this is all going to be in the privacy of your own home. So when I first started practicing, the first day, I had no idea and I didn't wear the right clothes and I was freaking out because my toenails weren't done. And also my ego took over because I kept trying to compete with the people next to me. And yoga is the complete opposite of that. So what I will do for you is share my experience and teach you what I know. I've taught from infants to 80-year-olds, people that weigh 400 pounds, people that have disabilities. And it's a wonderful practice, and I would love to be your teacher. This is Mark. He's been one of our very, very successful client with outstanding results. You can see that he's very tall, barrel-chested, big guy, and he fell off a ladder, shattered his neck, discs went out of alignment, and he didn't get much sleep for 30 years, spent a lot of time and money going to the chiropractor, having his back popped back into place every time, only to wake up with the same back pain the next day. This is part of Mark's testimonial. When pain is that intense, there is no position, standing, sitting, or laying, that will give relief. I could not walk more than 100 yards before my legs and feet felt like they were on fire. I went to a doctor. 5 specialists later, they all came up with the same conclusion. Learn to live with pain, and when the pain gets too much, we'll operate. However, there's only 50% chance the operation would work, and there was also a chance it could make it worse. That sounds pretty bleak. I've been going to All Over Fitness. I wish I had gone the first time my wife asked me. My results have been life-changing. The pounds keep falling off. All of this in just over 4 months. Again, it's life-changing. And this is Mark. He's such a trooper. He does everything I ask him to do. At the beginning, he was kind of like a big Frankenstein. He didn't have much rotation in his spine or in his neck, no flexibility in his legs. So we had to figure out a way to get him down on the mat so that we could learn how to roll out and get those knots out that were pulling his discs out of alignment. We did a lot of stretching and yoga. He's a pro now, as you can see in these photos. He can twist his head, he can bend his knees, jump in and out of his boat. I've seen him. He walks his dog for miles every day, and he's a very active gardener. This guy has come a long way. Here's some more photos of Mark. So you can see he can touch his toes. That was a goal that he had because that meant that his low back and the backs of his legs were much more open. He's able to twist his back and neck. At first, when Mark turned his head sideways, he would have to turn his shoulders and his upper torso, and his eye would wink like a pirate. So now we call him the owl because he has so much mobility now. He can sit back on his heels, which means that there's a lot of pressure off of his knees. And because of all this, Mark doesn't have any pain anymore. One of the things that he shared with us that he used to do was take the sheets off the bed during his sleep because he was writhing around in pain every night and keeping his wife up. That didn't really help the relationship. but this did. He sleeps wonderfully now. He's active. He gets up early. He does his stretching. And another bonus is that Mark lost 87 pounds of fat in not too long of a time, and he sleeps like a baby.
Now that you know how to eliminate your pain, now you know how to breathe, you know how to stretch your body and get it ready. Now it's time for you guys to start doing exercise and cardio. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. What are the best kind of cardio and exercises that you can do? Cardio burns calories, but it also allows your muscles and your joints to stay mobile. If you don't move around, your muscles will actually atrophy. They will freeze up. They will forget how to function. The signals from your brain to your muscles will get lazy and get slow. So exercise is a great way to keep all that stuff going. Another great thing that you can do, even though you're kind of in the later years of your life, is to learn a new sport. They say that learning a new sport helps so much with the mind-body connection. They're actually recommending it to lower your chances of having Alzheimer's, because when you have to learn a new sport, your brain has to figure out, okay, how do I hit the ball? How do I hold the racket? How do I move my feet? Your brain's having to pay attention to all that. And it really, really helps people that are later on in life to keep their brain active and healthy. And so they're not only working on the physical activity and being active, but also the mental part of that. So think about it. Have you exercised in the past? What you want to do is you want to think about the things that you liked and you disliked. Obviously, if we told you right now to go do something that you hate, what are the chances of you doing that? Probably not very high. But if you can find something that you liked in the past, think about a sport that you played, or maybe you liked riding horses or kayaking or running or playing badminton or volleyball or whatever it was. Maybe you like strength training. Maybe you like doing jumping jacks, things like that, videos. Maybe you're a Jane Fonda person. Think about the things that you liked, and then take those things that you liked and incorporate them. Okay, how can I do something similar to that or do that exact same thing now? And then think about, if you could choose any kind of exercise, what would it be? So maybe you don't know what you like. So think about it. What if I don't really know what kind of exercise I like, but based on my preferences, and do I like being outside? Okay, maybe I should do something outside. I don't like the heat. I don't like the cold. So maybe the exercise I do should be inside. I don't want to be around a lot of people, so maybe the exercise I do should be at home or alone out on the street. I like being around people. I'm an extrovert. Maybe the exercising that I need to do should be in a gym or in a group of people. So you can start thinking about those things and kind of decide what kind of exercising is going to be best for me, because I need it to be sustainable. In order for it to be sustainable and for it to be something that you can do the rest of your life, it has to be something that you like. Otherwise, if we told you to go run and you hate running, you're not going to do it for very long. The minute that it rains or the minute that something comes up, you're going to be like, yep, nope, don't want to do it. And you're going to fall out of that. What we want you to create are habits. We want you to create habits of exercise. And the things that you enjoy, you're more likely to create a habit out of. Also, what you want to do is you don't want to stick with maybe the exact same thing every single time. Maybe you like running, but if you run the same route every day at the exact same speed, your body is going to plateau. So even if you just run, you have to mix it up. You have to turn and go to the left this time. You may have to go up a bigger hill. You may have to run 4 miles instead of 3 miles. If you're just now walking to the mailbox and back, you're going to have to walk a little bit further, a little bit faster. If you like something and run, or maybe you like kayaking and skiing. So kayak sometimes, ski sometimes, play tennis sometimes, play badminton sometimes. In other words, just mix it up so that your body never knows what's going to happen, and it has to continually adjust and adapt. That's going to help you burn more calories. That's going to help you be more fit, and that's going to make it more interesting. You're not going to get bored. You're not going to get tired of the same old thing. Eventually, over time, if you're just doing the exact same thing for your exercise, it's very likely that you're going to get tired of it, and if you don't find something else to replace that or to mix it up with, you're going to eventually stop doing it. And obviously, that's not what's going to help you stay fit for the rest of your life. Another thing to mention is you want to ease into it. You don't want to just go out and run 10 miles today if you have just been walking to the mailbox. You don't want to go out and try to kayak down river rapids if you've never even been in a kayak before. So ease into it. Buy a kayak, get out and just kind of go around the lake a little bit, just kind of stay in a little area. Maybe instead of walking to the mailbox now or walking your dog, maybe walk a little bit and then maybe just try to jog a little bit and then walk a little bit and then jog a little bit. Maybe do a half a mile today, do that a couple days, and then maybe up it to a mile. But basically the thing is you want to ease into it if you haven't been doing it. However, if there's something that you're doing now and you've been doing that exact same thing for the last 5 years, you need to pick up the intensity. You need to be getting at least once or twice a week to the point where you go anaerobic, which means that you're without breath. So if you're exercising right now, you can sing a song and talk to your neighbor and, la, 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 la. You need to be picking up your intensity, because what's happened is your body has adapted to what you're doing and you're not seeing the same benefits that you were before. So basically, these are some really good tips that you can do as far as your exercise and cardio. And again, if you will hang around till the end and you will get that 1 hour phone call with us, we'll help you figure out what you like. We'll help you figure out how to incorporate that into your lifestyle. How do I fit that in the day? Where do I do it? What do I need to buy for it? Any question that you have about it, we can answer. And if we don't know the answer, we will find out the answer for you. So again, hang around. At the end of this, we're going to give you an opportunity to talk with us for an hour, and we can help you figure this out. We can tell you what kind of exercises are best for you. Should you do high intensity? Should you do low, slower, low impact stuff? We can help you with that, and that's what we're here for. We've helped all our clients do that, and we want to help you. We want to reach more people and get this out there so that there can be more and more healthier people that are enjoying life, and people that feel as good as we can make our clients feel now. Another thing that's just as important as cardio and exercise is resistance training. One of the main concerns that we have with our older clients is fear of falling. Resistance training strengthens the muscles. It increases your bone density. So not only are your bones stronger if you fall, you also have muscles that are strong, that are supporting those bones and supporting your joints, so that if you do fall, you're less likely to have such a severe injury. However, if you're doing resistance training and your muscles are strong, there's less chance of you falling. If you do stabilization exercises, which can be part of your resistance training program, things like standing on the Bosu ball, just things as simple as standing on a half foam roller, maybe even just putting a towel on the ground and standing on that, you'll notice that your ankles, your knees, and your hips have to work together to stabilize you. So if you're doing exercises which helps your stabilization, obviously that's going to increase your balance and it's going to decrease your chance of falling. Many people lose lean mass as they age. Why? They stop lifting. Have you ever heard that as you get older, you lose lean mass and you lose muscle? That's not inevitable. People say that, but the reason why is because as you get older, you stop doing as much. You stop lifting things like you did when you were in your 20s. You stop moving. Just think about when you're in your 20s and say you had kids. You were lifting 20, 30, 10 pounds all the time. Do you do that anymore? Maybe with your grandkids, but if you can't do that, that's what you need to focus on, is resistance training to get stronger. But that's why people lose lean mass as they get older. It's not some inevitable thing that's going to happen no matter what. No matter how hard you try, you're going to lose lean mass. I have seen people, and if you can look on Facebook, you can type in and Google people that have way more lean mass than they ever did in their 20s. There are lady bodybuilders in their 60s, men bodybuilders in their 60s and their 70s that have a huge amount of lean mass as opposed to what they had, say, even in their 20s, 30s, 40s, or teens. Resistance training is what produces that lean mass. So if you're pushing yourself away something or pulling something towards you, lifting heavy weight, lifting your body weight, anything that creates resistance for your muscle is going to produce lean mass. It makes your muscles break down, and then your body goes back in and heals them and recreates them and makes them stronger, because your body does not like to fail. If you try to lift a 10-pound weight and you have a hard time doing that, your body's going to go in and make your body stronger so that the next time you lift that 10-pound weight, it's going to be easier. So that's what you want to do to keep your lean mass going. Lean mass actually burns more calories. So you definitely want to keep the lean mass going. It also helps with your bone density. A lot of things that happen as you get older, one of the things is that you lose your bone density. Osteopenia, osteoporosis. If you will do resistance training, that puts load on your bones just like it does on your muscles, and your body will keep your bones dense in order to be able to sustain that load. If you stop doing resistance training and your body isn't under that load anymore, the bone will deteriorate. So you have to continue moving your muscles. You have to keep putting loads on your bones to help with the strength. Also, resistance training that produces lean mass, it burns calories at rest. Just sitting there with more lean mass than the person next to you, you will burn more calories not doing anything. If you think about it, it's like a Ferrari has to have the engine revved up because it could take off and do 180 miles an hour at any moment. Same thing when you have a lot of lean mass, your body has to be geared up and ready because it doesn't know when you're going to go over there and lift the 50-pound weight. However, if you have no lean mass, your body kind of like, we know we're not going to lift 50 pounds because we couldn't do that anyway. It's kind of like that Prius sitting there that doesn't have to idle quite so much because it's not going to do 180 any minute. So it's a really good way to understand how lean mass helps you burn calories at rest. As you increase your lean mass, you automatically will keep the weight off. You will burn more calories, and that will make, if you are trying to lose weight, it'll make it easier. If you're trying to sustain your weight, it'll make it easier. And if you are wanting to just gain weight, then you're able to eat more. So basically, resistance training is huge, huge, huge when it comes to your health. You have to do this stuff. Will Rogers says, even if you're on the right track, you'll get run over if you just sit there. So even if you know what you're doing, you know what you want, you're on the right track, but then you get stuck, you get overwhelmed, you can't move forward, you're not really sure, you know where you want to go, you're on the right track towards fitness, you know, you visualized, you've meditated, you know, I want to lose weight, I want to get stronger, I want to be more stable. But if you just sit there and not do anything, for many reasons, a lot of it is because your mind will play with you. I don't have enough time. I don't really know exactly what to do. There's all these things that can creep in and that can keep you stuck. And again, like Will Rogers says, if you just sit there, it doesn't matter. You're going to get run over. You're not going to see the results that you want. And unfortunately, if you're not doing something, you're actually going to be going backwards. If you don't use your muscles, if you don't do cardio, you don't just stay the same. You actually lose. You lose cardio, you lose your aerobic ability, you lose the muscle strength that you have. So not only do you not move forward, but inevitably you're going to move backwards. So what you want to do is you want to try to find the things that you enjoy, the things that are best for you, and then you want to do it. The hardest step is that first step, and you want to take that first step, and we're here to help you guys take that first step. That's what we do. There's millions of things out there to tell you how to exercise, do these many push-ups, do this many sit-ups, do this many jumping jacks. There are so many fitness programs out there. It's almost insane. But what most people need is someone to help them not sit there, to get up and do what they know they need to do. Someone to hold them accountable. Someone to say, okay, this is the fitness program you need, and you need to do it. Have you done it? When are you going to do it? How are you going to fit it in? Ask all those questions, get you thinking, and then hold you accountable for that. We're not going to allow you to just sit there. During that hour phone call, we're going to get you as motivated as we can to start your fitness journey. Then also at the end of this webinar, we're going to offer you guys an 8-week course that we are going to teach you everything that you need to know. We are going to create habits that are sustainable, and we are going to make sure that you move forward. And during those 8 weeks, you're going to come out of those 8 weeks feeling like you can do anything, that you could leap tall buildings with a single bound and know exactly how to do it. Speaking of leaping tall buildings with a single bound, let me tell you a little bit about Jenny. Jenny is one of our huge success stories. Jenny, you can see on the left there, Jenny was overweight. Jenny had retired and had pretty much worked all the time, just enjoyed herself, ate whatever she wanted, drank whatever she wanted, had fun with friends, and did whatever. When she retired, she realized that she had health risks that she had acquired during all that time that she was working so much, eating whatever she wanted, enjoying her life, and realized, wow, I have all these health risks now that I'm actually going to show you in a minute. And they're all due to things that I can change. They're lifestyle choices that I have been doing that I can change. And on top of that, just like Barb, she had really bad knee pain. So she's retired. She has this time now. She realizes, wow, I'm overweight. I have these health risks. And with us, Jenny lost 90 pounds. She gained 2 pounds of lean mass in that first year. You can see on that bottom left picture, that's her and her husband, Mark. And then if you look over to the right, look at the difference in Mark and Jenny. Look at Jenny. Look at her lifting weights over here. Those pants that she has on, that pair of shorts, she's in one leg of that pair of shorts that she used to wear. She has completely revamped and changed her life. She has no more knee pain. She doesn't have shoulder pain, neck pain, wrist pain. Her feet used to cramp. As we were training her, we discovered all these things that she was having that we didn't even know about that we were able to fix. And also by losing that 90 pounds, she eliminated a lot of the pressure on her knees and her ankles and her feet. And so you can see here, she's even holding a plaque. Not only did Jenny lose all this weight, but Jenny runs now. She's got a plaque where she won the age division in the Austin Distance Challenge, which is a series of 5 races that starts with a 10-miler that goes all the way and ends with a marathon. Jenny is a rock star now, but Jenny did not start out that way. We helped her do that, and that's what we want to do, is we want to help you guys become just like Jenny. If you're feeling like she was back then, if you're retired or about to retire, you're overweight, you have pain, you don't feel good, you have these health risks, or maybe you already have health problems, let us help you. We are there. That's what we are here for. Again, there's all this information out there. What we want to do is we want to help give you the right information, but we want to hold your hand. We want to be there with you, walk you through it, just like we were for Jenny. We want to share those successes with you. We want to share the disappointments when you get off track and help you overcome those. We want to be there and help you. We want to coach you along. We want to be there for you and help you so that you can be just as successful as Jenny was. And like I said earlier, if you look here at Jenny's medical results, you can see the lean mass and the fat loss that she gained 2 pounds of lean mass and lost 81 pounds of fat the first year that she trained with me. If you look on the middle picture, can you see on the left all the extra body fat? All that yellow is body fat that she had. When you look to the next year, it's gone. And when you look to the third year, it's still gone. That's another thing that we'll help you do, is not just lose the weight initially, but we're going to help you, teach you how to keep it off. We're actually going to design another 8-week course where once you get through this 8-week course and you hit your goals, you can actually take that course to teach you how to go from, say, losing weight, trying to get stronger and all that, into what we call maintenance mode. Okay, I'm where I need to be. Now, how do I maintain that? That's where we're at with Jenny right now. Jenny has accomplished her goals, so now we're in maintenance mode. How do we keep those goals there and not backtrack? So 2.5 years into this, Jenny still looks great. She hasn't gained weight back. She hasn't lost the lean mass that she gained. We have taught her how to continue that. If you look over on the right, at the very top, you can see all those health risks that she had. You can see orange. You can see red. You can see how high those bars are. If you look down, that first year, gone. Almost completely gone. That second year, none. Very, 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 very small chances of anything going wrong with Jenny, because she eats so healthy and so clean. Her pantry looks totally different than it did 2.5 years ago. And when she goes out to eat, she eats totally different than she did before. She doesn't drink like she used to. And you can see the results. You can see that paid off and that it was worth it. And not just did Jenny eliminate health risks and lose body fat, but you can see that in the time that we were lining her body to help with her knees and her shoulder and her neck and all that, you can see that we actually aligned her spine while doing that. If you look at the spine on the left, can you see the lines that are being drawn through the vertebrae based on how the vertebrae are aligned? You can see the lines are all kind of crooked and sideways and whatever. If you look at the year after I trained with Jenny just to fix her knee and all that, we had to get her hips back in line, we had to get her spine back in line. You can see that those lines are almost completely straight all the way down. If you look to the right, you can see at the top how her pelvis, you can see the hip, how the one, it was actually her right hip, but looking at it, you can see how on the left side, it's a little bit higher. You can see the arms a little bit lower. If you look at the bottom, when this is just in 1 year, you can see that they're almost pretty close even now. And that was not even like an intention of, hey, I saw that x-ray and I'm going to get this back the way it needs to be. That was all with me not even realizing that I didn't even know about the first x-ray, to be honest. And I just saw some things going on. I fixed it. And then she went back that year and they did that x-ray. She does a yearly checkup. And lo and behold, she said, hey, Cheryl, look at the difference in this. And I was like, wow. So that's something else that we can help you guys do. We'll talk to you about that a little bit in that hour consultation. But if you decide to do the 8-week program with us, we can help you get these same results. Here's just a few words that Jenny had to say. She said, I had the extreme good fortune of choosing to work with Cheryl Sire, All Over Fitness, for my personal trainer. Along the way, Sonia Rangel became an integral contributor to my fitness journey. Between the two, they provide the entire package. And that goes back to what we were saying earlier. We are so different, but yet when we come together, it's just amazing. She says, because of my training with All Over Fitness, I have transformed from extreme couch potato to a marathoner. 2 years ago, I would have laughed if someone had suggested that I would have ever run a marathon. And I remember when I eased her into that, there were a few times that she laughed at me. But I knew in my head, I knew that she could do it. And I kept telling her that she could do it. I didn't go out there and necessarily run all those miles with her. We are not going to necessarily be there with you when you do the exercise and you do the cardio and you do the resistance training. What we're going to do is we're going to be there with you along the way to tell you, you can do this. And I kept telling Jenny, if you can do 1 mile, you can do 3. And when she would do 3, I'd say, if you can do 3 miles, you can do a 5K. It's only 2/10 more. And when she did a 5K, I said, if you can do a 5K, you can do a 10K. And if you can do a 10K, you can do a 10 mile. And I just let her, and I told her, because I knew with what we were doing to fix her body and with the way she was eating healthy and the way we were training, I knew that she could do it. And that's what we want to do with you guys. We want to inspire you. We want you to realize that you can do this too. She said, with the miles I was running came aches and pains that commonly plague distance runners. Through myofascial release, which we talked about earlier, and corrective exercise, which is that little circle that you guys looked at earlier, there was nothing Cheryl and Sonia could not fix. And when she says that, that is true. We have... If you look on our website, there is a list of things, and it seems like almost weekly and monthly I add more things to that list of things that we could fix. If it's muscular and if it has to do with your joints and it has to do with your body alignment, we can teach you how to fix it. She said injuries that would have sidelined most runners were no match for them. And again, that's her words, not ours. But you can see that you saw all the great results she had. And it's cool that she gives us credit for that. And the reason why she gives us that testimonial is not to feed our egos, but it's because she wants us to share it with other people so that they can get the same benefit and the same experience with us that she had, because she knows that what we do can help, and she wants everyone to experience the same results. She says, over time, I have developed complete trust in Cheryl and Sonia's knowledge and skill. They are encouraging and gently persuasive. That's so true. We are no negativity. We're not going to fuss at you. We're not going to yell at you. Everything we say is positive. We encourage, we persuade, we tell you you can do it. And if we feel like you can't at this moment, we tell you what to do to be able to do it. She said they hold me accountable and push me harder than I would ever push on my own. That's what we want to do for you guys. She said they exude confidence that is contagious. The reason we have confidence is because we have seen that what we do produces results. She said, I simply would not be where I am now if I did not have them. She said, I am grateful beyond words that I've had the opportunity to train with Oliver Fitness and would enthusiastically recommend their services to anyone. Please, we want to help you. Hang around. It's not much longer. Hang in there. We want to talk with you for an hour. We want to give you those same skills and that same motivation that we gave Jenny. So please schedule, even if right now, if you're ready to go, you can always finish watching this webinar later. Go now. The same page that this webinar was on, click below it. Schedule your free 1-hour call with us. Let us help you like we were able to help Jenny. We're here. We want to help. That's why we're doing this.
Number 8, nutrition. We're going to talk about food in this section of the webinar and give you some tools so that you can be successful in your weight loss journey, if that's something that you're interested in, or so you can develop your palate and turn your pantry into a more whole foods kind of pantry. Do you ever feel like, let's say you get annoyed or upset and you make a beeline for the refrigerator or the pantry, or you're about to have dinner but you start snacking, or you are procrastinating so you have a bag of chips? That's stress eating. Are you obsessed with meals and food? Do you worry about your next meal while you're eating your meal? So say you're eating breakfast, are you already thinking about, what am I going to do for lunch? Have you tried all those fad diets that don't work and you're just disappointed, so you feel like you've given up? Do you feel entitled to eat certain things at certain times because you've earned it or you've worked hard your whole life? Do you mindless eat? Like, do you eat in the car? Do you eat watching TV or with your iPhone right next to you? And do you eat high processed foods? High processed foods, they basically remove the nutrition and all the goodness. So we want to show you what to eat, when to eat it, and how it can effectively change your body. A lot of these foods have been proven to cause stress and other diseases because of preservatives. So we want to show you and exchange recipes with you. Let's say you're not keen on vegetables and we share a recipe and you try it and you really like it. So then there's a something that you can add to your diet that you didn't have before. So here at Oliver Fitness, with all of our years of experience and different types of clients, we talk a lot about nutrition, and many of our clients have totally revamped their lives. But we understand where you're coming from. It can be very overwhelming, confusing, and you might not want to do it because you don't even know who's right or who's telling the truth or what to do. Some questions that you can ask yourself now is like, do I get gassy when I eat cheese? Do some foods make my stomach gurgle and my heart burn? Have you noticed if you get bloated if you eat certain things? How many years have you been taking antacids after every meal? Can you honestly admit that you eat too much? A lot of people don't really have a clue of what's too much for your body type. So that's another bonus that you get from taking our course. You're going to know what to eat, like I said before, how much, and we're going to develop a community where we're all going to help each other. We're all going to hold each other's hands and be there for each other when you have these cravings. Think of AA. So like people in AA have a sponsor. So when they get that temptation to have a drink, they have a person that they can connect with that gives them hope And that's the thing that we're going to do for you. So we're going to teach you over the 8-week course how to eliminate or make those habits dissipate or change. We want you to be healthy, and we want you to live a strong and healthy life. Doesn't matter how old you are when you start. It really doesn't matter. And you could start with adding just a banana every day. That's going to increase your fiber, potassium, just with one little piece of fruit. We at All Over Fitness, we love using daily logs. There's wonderful apps that you can install in your smartphones or your computer or tablets. We prefer MyFitnessPal. MyFitnessPal is like a Facebook for nutrition and exercise. You can have friends there. You can look at each other's information, get ideas, support each other. And this helps you count calories and really get control of what you're doing. And until you get a good grasp and develop good habits of what to eat and how many calories it has, you really need to count them. We're going to look at your diary every day and hold you accountable. We're going to ask you questions. Then when you develop these good patterns, for some people, it doesn't take very long. For other people, it might take a little bit longer. But when you do get to that point where you don't have to log in anymore because you already know what you're putting in your mouth. But then if you start to notice that if you're gaining weight or plateauing, we're going to have you log in again. Till you get a real good grasp of what's happening. We highly recommend that you eat real food, which is unprocessed without preservatives. We prefer to exchange plant-based recipes because they are proven by science to be the highest in nutrition and the best for you. Mediterranean diet has been around for a really long time, and it's still recommended by doctors out there, and it mostly is plants with a little bit of fish. And we also encourage that sort of eating because we care about you. We don't want you to drop dead from stress or from being overweight. We want you to stick around for your family and friends. We want you to be successful in your nutrition and weight loss and exercise journeys. And we're going to hold your hand every step of the way.
So now that we've given you 8 of the tips, here's the number 9 one. You're going to set goals. So you have all those things, but if you don't set a goal, if you don't decide, okay, where am I going with this? You can have all the information about nutrition you want. You can have all the information about cardio and exercise. You can even have the information about how to fix your pain. But if you don't have a goal of fixing your pain, you don't have a goal of getting healthier, if you don't have a goal and you don't know how you're going to do that, it doesn't do very good. You have to figure out what you want. I had a therapist tell me one time, she goes, Cheryl, what do you want? And I said, I don't know. It had to do with a relationship at the time. And I said, I don't know. And she looked me straight in the eye and she goes, and that's why you don't have it. And it was like, oh, you can't get something that you don't know you want. You have to figure out what you want in order to have it. And then you have to figure out, what are the steps that I'm going to take to get there? How do you figure out how to set those goals? How do you figure out what your goals are? You sit down, you visualize, you take quiet time. Another way is to talk to people, talk to us, talk to friends, talk to families, talk to other people, talk to your kids. Say, what kind of goals should I produce for myself? And if you don't know, then find out. Talk to someone else. They may say, well, actually, it'd be nice if you could go run with me sometimes. Okay, well, great. That's a goal that I'm going to set. But basically, if you don't have a goal, there's nowhere to get. So you have to set goals. So we're going to talk about that for just a second. So what's a good way that you can set your goals? Once you decide what they are, now how do I achieve them? So you're going to go through and look at your goals, and you're going to use a technique that, well, maybe if you've just retired or recently retired or about to retire, you've heard of this. They're called SMART goals. And now recently they've even added an ER, and now they're called SMARTer goals. Well, SMART goals stood for specific, measurable, achievable and attainable, relevant, and time specific. And now they've actually added the E and the R. Eventually you want to evaluate those, make sure that they're still working, and if they're not, you can revise them. What you want to do is you want to sit down and you want to write out your goals. You want to write out the broad ways that you're going to meet those, and you're going to write out the specific ways that you're going to meet those. But most importantly, you're going to figure out why you want to reach those goals. If you don't know why, you're not probably going to reach them, because the why is what's going to get you to the gym. The why is what's going to get you to put your tennis shoes on. The why is what's going to make you turn down the cheesecake and eat a salad. The why is what is going to keep you going. The how to do it can change. As you're going through your fitness journey, the how will change probably. Like I said in the cardio section, you'll plateau if you keep doing the same thing. So you have to change the how periodically. However, the why, which could also change, has to be there. Even if the why changes, there has to be a why I am doing this to keep you motivated and keep you going. And if you aren't familiar with SMART goals, maybe you didn't work in the business industry. And I'll be honest, if you look at SMART goals, it can look kind of complicated. And if you sign up with us for our 8-week course, we're going to actually give you simplified worksheets that you can go through to create your smarter goals. But say you decide to go on your own after this webinar and the SMART goals seem kind of overwhelming. What you can do is you can just answer the 5 simple questions. Who, what, where, when, and why. Everybody remembers those even from grade school. So for an example is, you can say who, okay, my spouse and I. Where, we're going to walk around our neighborhood. When, we're going to do it after work. And then why? You can see right there, I put because it is important to our health and we want to be around a long time to spend time with each other and our family. That's a pretty good why. And if you can keep that in your mind or whatever your why is, you're going to be more likely to get out and walk 5 times a week around your neighborhood for 30 minutes with your spouse. And so if the SMART goals seem kind of this being specific and the achievable and the measurable and all that, if that seems too overwhelming, just simply take those 5 questions and then you can just reevaluate those. Maybe reevaluate them every Sunday. Or maybe reevaluate them at the end of the month or the beginning of the month. If you work with us, we're going to help you reevaluate them periodically. Depending on when we see, maybe we need to shift gears a little bit and maybe we need to focus and do something else. And we're going to keep checking in with you. We're going to keep reminding you of the why, because the why is the most important. Which leads me to number 10. You've got to find a way to motivate yourself and hold yourself accountable. Some people can do this in their own minds. When they set a goal and they decide why they want to do it, they can do it and nobody can stop them. There are so many people out there that literally can hold themselves accountable. If they say they're going to go to the gym every day at 5:30 and they're going to do, weights and do cardio for 30 minutes, they'll do it. However, there are a lot of people out there, and maybe you find yourself being one of these people, is they need somebody to help them hold themselves accountable. They need someone to help them motivate themselves. That can be a trainer. Find someone in your area that's a good personal trainer. I'm certified through National Academy of Sports Medicine. It's probably I would say it is the best to get certified through. Find someone certified through NASM. If you can find someone certified in corrective exercise that has that specialization, that's a great tool. A friend, you can link up on iWatches, you can link up on Fitbits, you can link up on MyFitnessPal, you can link up and actually hold each other accountable. Your significant other. That's a great way. If you have your spouse, your significant other, your partner, if you have them on the same track as you, man, there is nothing holding you back. So that's a great way to hold each other accountable and to motivate themselves. Now, sometimes significant others, it's hard to do that because it's hard to hear the other person tell you, hey, why didn't you go walk today? So you have to be careful with that. But if you guys can do that together, that's a great way to hold each of yourselves accountable. Another way is through an online coach. And that's what we're here to do for you guys. That's why we're branching out and reaching out to reach more people online, because we want to be there for you. We want to help you find that way to motivate yourself. We want to help you find that way to hold yourself accountable. And if you invest in that 8-week course that we're going to talk about at the end, that's what we're going to do, is we're going to teach you how to find those ways to motivate yourself when you're not necessarily as motivated as you want to be. We're going to help you find those ways to hold yourself accountable on those times when maybe it's a little bit harder to hold yourself accountable. So let's run through those 10 steps to a strong and healthy body again. In case you missed anything, or if you want to grab a pen and paper right now, if you didn't do that before and you want to jot these down, these 10 steps are all together are gonna, there's no way if you did all 10 of these that you would not end up with a strong and healthy body. Number 1's pain relief. 2 was hydration. 3 was de-stress. 4 was hydrate. 5 was do yoga and stretching. 6 was do cardio. 7 was do resistance training. 8 is to eat healthy. 9 is to set goals. And 10 was to find some type of accountability. Hopefully, through this webinar, we have fulfilled our promise. Surely out of those 10 steps and giving you 3 ways to break that down, we have given you enough info to start your fitness journey. That was our main goal. Whether you join our 8-week course, whether you call us for that hour free phone call, that's fine. But what we wanted, even if all you do is just watch this webinar, we wanted to help you guys have those steps. These are the 10 steps that we use with our clients. And you can see we have had a lot of success. We're going to show you a few more clients here in a minute that we have been able to help with these 10 steps. If you have any questions about any of these 10 steps, that's why we're offering that free phone call. Call us, ask us if you have any questions about this. If there's anything in this webinar that we did not explain 100% clearly to you and you still have questions about, call us, talk with us, let us help you, let us explain it, let us help you understand where we were coming from and what we were trying to say. And if this was enough to get you started, then go for it. But if you would like us to help you along the way, we are here for you. We want to be here for you. That's what we do. That is our passion. That's what we love. And that's what most people need. And I have a feeling that's what you need too. If you're watching this webinar and if you have made it to this point in the webinar, it means you have that desire. It means you have those wants. You want to be healthy. You want to be strong. And you want someone to help you. Obviously, we've tried to help you through this webinar. If you need help, we're here for you. We're going to give you that chance to the free phone call, and we're going to help you figure out what your goals are, all the specific ways that you can meet us. Paula came to us. We designed a successful program for her. You can see her picture on the left, and then you can see the picture on the right. Paula is another one of our huge success stories. Let us help you like we helped Paula. Paula lost 86 pounds of body fat training with us. However, after that was within a year, she had to take a 6-month hiatus. And that's when she said she realized how important accountability was. She did yoga videos outside of us. She met with people to walk. She did water aerobics, etc. However, she came back because she realized that she needed and wanted our support. And we actually train Paula right now. And that's what we want to do there for you. We want to be there for you. We want to hold you accountable. We want to be there for you. She did the yoga videos. She met with the people to walk. That was great, and that's what helped her keep the weight off. But what we want to do also is we want to be there for you. We want to help you. We want to give you that support. We want to set you up in that 8-week course that we're offering. We want to set you up to be successful. Paula said, to say AOF changed my life is not adequate. What they do and still do is they helped me change my own life. That's what we want to do for you guys. No one else can do that but you, and we want to help you do it. She said they taught me about self-care. and how to use a foam roller instead of taking a pill and going to bed. That's what we want to do. If you're the type of person right now that takes a pill and goes to bed, sits on the couch, watches TV, makes excuses, even though they might be legitimate excuses at this moment, we want to help you figure out how to use the tools that we have and give you the tools that you need to help you change your life like we were able to change Paula's. She said, Cheryl and Sonia at AOF, can I ever thank them enough for saving my life? Can you imagine how good that makes us feel to read that? That's what we do, and that's what we love. It feels so good to us to hear those things, and we want to hear that from you. At the end of the 8-week course, we want you to write that exact same testimonial that Paula, not because we want our ego fed, not because we want to, make our heads bigger. It's because we know if you write that testimonial like Paula did, it means that we helped you, and it means that you feel like you saved your life. She says, can I ever thank them enough for saving my life? She said the answer is no, because they refused to take the credit. All we did was hold her hand. She's the one that did the work. We gave her the tools. We told her what to do. We helped her along the way, but she's the one who did it. And that's what we want to help you do. We want to help you do it. She said, they continue to teach me that I'm responsible for me and my thoughts and actions. Your thoughts and actions are everything, and you're the only one that can control those. We're going to help you, but you're the one that's responsible for those, and you're the one that can control those. She said, All Over Fitness gave me hope when I had none. If you're sitting there right now and you've made it to this webinar and you felt hopeless, you felt like you have tried every diet out there, you've tried every exercise, every video, you have tried over and over. And at the age that we're at this point as older adults, it's been years and years and years. And when you try and try and try, and maybe you see success and then you fall back into it, and you see success and you fall back into it, or maybe you just never have been able to be success, it can feel hopeless. It can feel like there's no hope. And hopelessness, if you look at the emotional scale, hopelessness is the very, very bottom. It's down there with despair and hopelessness. If you feel like that right now, please let us give you hope. Hopefully seeing the testimonials, these are just a handful of testimonials that we were able to use. Let us help give you hope. We have the knowledge. We want to help you. Please let us give you that feeling of, I can do this. I know I can. I'm going to be successful, and nothing's going to stop me. So what happens when you do decide to work with Sonia and I? When you decide to entrust your health, the one thing that you can't trade in, you can trade in a car and get a new car. You can buy new tires for your car. Your health is the one thing that it doesn't matter how much money you have. If your health is suffering, it will affect your life in so many ways. And you can't trade your body in. You can't trade your health in. We are going to help you keep the health that you have, but also make it even more, become more healthier, become more stronger. We're going to teach you how to relieve pain. If nothing else, if we don't teach you anything else in this 8-week course, if we can teach you how to relieve one thing of pain on you, on your spouse, on your kids, on anyone that you know, if we can help show you how to relieve pain, it's worth it. But on top of that, we're not going to only show you how to relieve pain. We're going to help you keep your body in alignment. You're not going to look like an old granny with a cane all humped over with a hump back and all, can't stand up straight. You're going to stand up straight. You're going to have your feet straight ahead. Your core is going to be engaged. Your abs are engaged. Your glutes are engaged. Your chest is open. Your back is engaged. You're going to look like you could walk like a queen or a king. You're going to have good alignment with your body, and we're going to teach you how to do that and keep that. Again, there's no price on that. That is just immeasurable. We're going to teach you how to live a healthy lifestyle, not just through physical stuff, but also through a sustainable diet. Because you can exercise all you want, but if your diet isn't right, you're going to blow everything that you did. And to be honest, diet is one of the most important things with those health-related risks like diabetes and heart disease and things like that. We're going to help you develop an exercise routine. Not just develop an exercise routine, but develop an exercise routine that you will continue and one that you will enjoy. That in and of itself would be worth it, right? If you could get an exercise routine that you liked and that you could continue and you can enjoy for the rest of your life, that would be worth it, right? We're going to help you notice and we're going to help you catch triggers that help you get off track. During that 8-week course, you're going to be able to talk with us. You're going to be able to access us. We're going to have question and answer, live question and answer. We're going to have personal one-on-one time with you, and we're going to talk with you about those things. If you slip up, if you notice you're having trouble, if you notice things that trigger you to eat things that you would normally do, if you notice things that trigger emotions in you that make you sad or depressed, if you notice things that get in the way of you exercising, we're going to help you with those, and we're going to help you get back on track. We're also going to help you improve your mindset. It's not just about improving your health and making you have a strong and healthy body. We're going to make sure that you have a strong and healthy mind too. Because if you don't have a strong and healthy mind, the strong and healthy body will not follow. Again, if you could just have us help you improve your mindset, wouldn't that be worth working with us? We're going to help you keep your life as stress-free as possible. We talk about visualization. We talk about meditation. We talk about eliminating those things in your life that are stressing you out. And when your life is less stressful, you have more time. You're going to feel more like it working out. You're going to feel like eating healthier. You're not going to want to stress eat. If we could just help you make your life more stress-free, wouldn't that be worth working with us? We're going to help you develop habits. They're going to benefit your progress. We're going to help you develop habits that are going to be good for you, that are going to help you progress forward so that you're not sitting still, so that you're not stuck. We're going to give you any knowledge that you need to help you succeed. If you come to us and you have a problem, you have a question, you're stuck, you feel like you're not getting where you want to go, we will do anything. Like we mentioned before, we will lose sleep if we have to. We will research. We will pull from any kind of source that we can because we want to help you and we want to make sure that you succeed. Not for our benefit, but for yours, because we care about you and we want you to be successful. We're going to listen to you. We're going to give you feedback. We're going to give you all the support you need. We're going to help you make healthy, good choices on your own. If we just did that last thing, wouldn't it be worth it? But look back through that slide. Look at all the things that we're going to help you with. Why wouldn't you contact us and let us help you with that? We're here. We want to help you. If we just did one of those things, it would be worth it. But look at all the things that we're going to help you with. So when you invest in our 8-week course, here's what you're going to get. If you decide, hey, Sonia and Cheryl are what I need, they're going to help me. They're going to help me be successful. Now, you have to be of that mindset. We want to work with you if you are willing to do the work. If you are willing to do what we say, if you're willing to listen to us and you're open-minded and you trust us and you understand that we've been able to help so many people and that we can help you, we want to help you. Those are the type of clients, those are the type of people that we want. If you invest in us, you will have access to us at least 3 times a week. We're going to have online instruction. We're going to have live Q&As. You're going to be around other retirees that can help you learn, that you can relate to, they're going to teach you things that you've never even thought about, things that maybe we haven't thought about. You're going to learn from them. They're going to help teach you. They're going to be able to relate to you. You're not just going to have us, but you're going to have an online community if you want to help you also. You're going to have numerous modules that you can access anywhere, anytime. We're going to have videos that are going to help walk you through how to assess your alignment. We're going to have modules that help you in yoga poses that are best for you. We're going to have modules on nutrition, numerous modules. And we're going to give you your own password to enter in, where there's just going to be a plethora of information that is going to help you. So not only are you going to have access to us personally, you're going to have access to us in a group environment. You're going to have access to us along with a group. You're also going to have access to all the online things that we post, every module that we've created that's going to help you be successful. You'll get personal overhead squat assessments. One at the beginning for sure. One of the first things we're going to do. And then throughout the 8 weeks, if you need another one, we're going to do another one. We are going to help you be successful and make sure that what you're doing is getting your body back in alignment. The overhead squat assessment is one of the best ways to see how your body is in alignment and how your body is out of alignment. And we're going to teach you how to do that for yourself, but we're going to help you do that. And then, like I said, we're going to teach you what to look for, what to see, so that even if we're not around 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now, you can do an overhead squat assessment in the mirror and you can see exactly what's out of alignment and you'll know exactly what to do to fix it. We're going to help you determine which muscles are overactive and which are underactive. So once we help you through that overhead squat assessment, we're going to teach you, okay, see how you're doing this, see how your knees are going in. That means this muscle is overactive. That means this muscle is overactive. And that means this muscle is overactive. That means this one and this one and this one are underactive. And then not only are we going to do that, we're going to give you a plan to correct those imbalances. And by correcting those imbalances, I can guarantee you it is going to relieve some, if not all, of the pain you're experiencing. I almost have to say all of it. That's what our results have seen. So you're going to get the personal overhead squat assessment. You're going to get our help with determining what muscles are out of alignment and why, which joints. And then we're going to give you a plan. So again, even if we just did that for you, it's worth working with us. You're also going to get a personal Skype, FaceTime, and phone calls throughout the course. They're going to be specifically designed for you. We know you. We know our clients like the back of our hands. We're going to know everything about you, and we will remember everything that you tell us. We are going to listen to you. We're going to be there for you. We're going to give you suggestions. We're going to give you ideas. You're going to implement those suggestions and ideas. You're going to come back to us and say, okay, this worked. What else can I do? Okay, this I didn't feel comfortable with. What else can I do? We are going to walk you through it. We're going to hold your hand. Everything that we tell you is going to be specifically designed for you. We're not going to be talking in general when we talk with you. It's going to be what you need at the time that you need it. We're also going to give you homework. Homework is going to be so important during this 8-week time. You're going to have to do your homework. It's going to help you keep you on track, and it's going to keep you accountable, not only to us, but also to yourself. We have checklists, daily checklists that you're going to have to go through, and you're going to have to check off every day. And then you're going to have to send those to us, and we're going to have to see that you checked off your daily list. We're going to be holding you accountable. We are going to see what you're eating every day. We're going to give you tips, positive tips, but we're going to give you tips on what you're eating. You're going to be sending us videos. You're going to be sending us things that we're going to look at, that we're going to assess, and then give us ways to help you, and that way we can give you ideas. We are going to be there for you as much as we can in those 8 weeks as possible. And by the end of this 8-week course, here's what you're going to know how to do. You're going to know how to do your own health research. We're going to teach you what to research. We're going to teach you how to go on the internet, how to find the information you need, which information you know to throw out because it's bogus and not good for you, and which information to listen to. We're going to teach you, like we said, how to assess your own alignment. We're going to teach you how to use your breath to heal your body. Most people don't even realize, like we talked before, how important breath is, not only to sustaining your life, but to healing yourself, to healing your mind and healing your body. At the end of this 8-week course, you're going to know how to safely use gym equipment. You're going to safely be able to use free weights. You're going to know how to do exercises in your home and be safe and know which exercises are best for you so that you don't hurt yourself and get yourself off track. You're also going to know how to design your own fitness program. That's huge. Even if we just taught you that in the 8-week course, that's huge. How many people know how to design their own fitness program? In fact, that's one of the main things that personal trainers, when they get their certification, that's what they go through, is how to design fitness programs for people. It's a huge part of it. We're going to teach you in that 8-week course how to do that for yourself. You're not going to need a personal trainer after this. because you're going to have that online community, and we're not going to pull that online community away from you at the end of the 8 weeks. We're still going to send out things online. You're still going to be a part of the community. You'll still have access to us through online videos, through information, through all the tools and the tips that we can give you, and you're going to be able to be your own personal trainer if you want to. In and of itself, that saves you money there of having to hire a personal trainer. Invest in this course, and we're going to show you how to save money on chiropractors, on physical therapists, on surgeries, on personal trainers. We're going to take all that money that you would have spent on that, invest that in us, and we're going to teach you how to do that for yourself so that you don't need anyone else if you don't want it. You're also going to know how to eat for vitality. Not just eat for your health, not just but eat for vitality, to feel good. When you get done with a meal, you're going to feel your body getting all the nutrients, getting all the vitamins and all the minerals. You're going to feel good after meals as opposed to, fat and bloated and heartburn and all that. We're going to teach you how to eat to feel good. We're going to teach you how to understand how to listen to your body. How to listen to your body after you've worked out. How to listen to your body after you've eaten. Your body will tell you what it wants and what's good and what's best for it. We're going to teach you how to hydrate yourself. How much should you drink? How often should you drink? What should you drink? How to sleep better. Sleep is huge. If you're tired, you don't feel like eating healthy, and you don't feel like working out, and you don't feel like researching health stuff. We're going to teach you how to relieve your own pain naturally. And again, a lot of this is repetitive, but we're trying to emphasize the things that we want to help you with. We're going to teach you how to get that pump from working out. How do I get those muscles going? How do I get those activated so that I feel good? And then again, like we said before, the most important thing that you're going to learn at the end of this course is how to change your mindset. At the end of this course, you may go into it skeptical. You may go into it thinking, I don't know. All right, I'm going to try this. At the end of this, you are going to be the most positive, the most fired up person. You're going to be your mindset is going to be completely different. You are going to know. You're going to go from hoping to knowing and belief. You're going to know and believe that you can change your life, and know and believe that you can be healthy for the rest of your life. Not just hope you can, or maybe now even be hopeless that you can't. You are going to know at the end of this, your mindset is going to be completely different. Sonia and I have developed this program. It is a program that we have spent 12, 13 years developing, and we have seen countless results. We are going to integrate physical, mental, and emotional aspects of health into one easy to follow system. We're going to make all those things so easy that you're not even going to have to, it's going to be a no-brainer. And then once you do it, it's going to become such a habit that you're not even going to have to really think about it. It's just going to become a part of your life. Again, like we said in the beginning, our clients have said we have a toolbox. We have so many things to pull from of these incredibly effective techniques that we've developed that we can use to help you be successful. And again, everybody doesn't need the same tools. Nails need a hammer. Sockets need a wrench. Sockets don't need a hammer. Nails don't need a wrench. We have the tools that are going to specifically be designed to help you. And again, you can see all the testimonials that we have given you. And we have so many more of people that we have been able to help with what we can do. We are going to help you with those sustainable lifestyle choices, and we are going to help you keep the weight off and keep you having a strong and healthy body for the rest of your life. And if you don't, it is only going to be because of you. It will not be because of anyone letting you down. It won't be because someone else got in your way. It won't be because of anything else. It will be because of you. It is your choice today. It is up to you. You are the one who decides whether you will be strong and healthy and positive, or whether you will be negative, weak, unhealthy, surgeries, doctors, medications laying around. That is your choice. We are here to help you, but you are the only one that can do that, and you're the only one that makes that choice. And if you decide today that you want to make that choice to be healthy and to be strong, again, stop right now. You can always watch this webinar later if you want to. And if we've run on and you're tired of, you've heard it all, you're ready to go, you're ready to do it, click out right now, and right below this webinar, you can schedule a free one-on-one call with us. Schedule it now. Schedule it as soon as possible. Look for our next available appointment and schedule it now. We can help you, and we want to be there for you. Sonia and I are here, and we promise that when you invest in our 8-week program, we are going to be here. You're not going to be like, where'd Sonia and Cheryl go? We are going to be here every chance that we can. We want to help you just like we've helped our other clients. We will do whatever we can to make sure you're successful. We understand your challenges. We've heard it all. We know what the challenges are, and we know how to help you overcome them. Everything that we discuss is private and confidential. Every client that we have on this webinar gave us permission for every single photo, for every single word that we said about them. Everything we say is between us. If we are what you're looking for, let us help you. Like I said, stop now. Stop the webinar now and go down and schedule that free one-on-one call with us. We want to help there, and we will be there for you. The most difficult thing is the first step. Marie Chamron said the distance doesn't matter. It's only the first step that is difficult. It doesn't matter if you have to lose 90 pounds, if you have to lose 5 pounds. That doesn't matter if you don't take the first step. But if you take that first step, it leads to the next step, and 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 eventually, before you know it, you're where you wanted to be. Whether it's 5 pounds from now, 90 pounds from now, whether it's to just start eating more organically, or whether it's to get rid of double cheeseburgers and French fries, however far you have to go, it's the first step. And that's the hardest. It's that deciding in your mind right now, this is what I want, and I am willing to do whatever it takes to get it, and I am ready to take that step right now. Take that step with us. And please don't wait. As Napoleon Hill says, the time will never be just right. Don't wait. The time will never be just right. Will the finances always just be perfect? I have something coming up in the next 8 weeks. I've got a wedding to go to. I have to invest in, new tires for my car. There's always an excuse. There's always going to be some reason why I can't do it right now. But you know what? You can do it right now. You can go down right now, and you can click, and you can schedule that phone call with us, and you can sign up with us right now, and you can start as soon as possible. It doesn't matter how, when, where, why. It's that you start. It's that you do it. And let us help you start. You have to make the first step, though. Once you make that first step of booking that phone call with us, that's when we know you're serious. When our clients call us and say, we need your help, that's when we know this person is ready to go. If we tracked you down, or we called you, or we emailed you 1,000 times and you finally gave in, who knows if you'd be successful? But the clients that decide this is what I want, and these are the people that can help me get it, and they call us and they contact us and they schedule an appointment with us or schedule a call with us, we know that those are the clients that are going to be successful because they took that first step. So what are you waiting for? Join the Retirement Revolution today. Click here to schedule a free one-on-one assessment with us. See where it says click here? Click there right now, and that will take you to a scheduler where you can schedule the phone call right now. Sign up as soon as you possibly can. The sooner you start, the sooner you can start your new journey to a strong and healthy body. Thank you so much for spending this time with us. We hope that what we've given you is going to help you, and we hope to work with you soon. Thanks.